welcome in.
Happy Friday, everybody. We had a good day yesterday. Nice little 6-2 in the college basketball streets yesterday. Unfortunately, we had a bigger play on Bucknell and they lost, which was unfortunate. Well, they didn't lose; they won in overtime. But what we had a -7, I think, and they were up by like 20. Let me look. They were up by like 20 to start the game, which is kind of what I thought they were going to do. And then they just completely fell apart. Let's see here. Play-by-play, first half. (14-3), 23-8, 25-12, 27-12. They were up by 27. They were up 29-12 with 8:22 left in the first half. And then just gave up like a huge run. I mean, even still, they're up, 31-19 here. I don't know. They just fell apart. So that was unfortunate, but I'm not going to complain, about a 6-2 college basketball day. But we got a lot to talk about. I pulled up our FSGA draft from Vegas because it finally concluded. So we did like 20 rounds in person in Vegas. And then the rest of it was the last like 9 rounds were slow draft, and it finally completed. So we can talk a little bit about this. Feeling good about this Manzardo pick right now, especially with some of the stuff going on in Cleveland. So I like getting him late, but we'll talk a little bit about this. I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't even taken any college basketball bets today. So I don't know. I don't love the slate today. I loved the slate yesterday. I don't love it today. So we're going to talk about some stuff. Sass, good morning. Saw you're 15th on the leaderboard. That's what we're trying to do. Like I said, I haven't really had a chance to talk about that or anything because I've been gone and then, had the family stuff going on. So, I mean, I'm top 15 with me not even being able to really pay attention to it. So now that I'm actually back and I can like focus on this stuff, I think we can make a run up this leaderboard. I do. Also, I'm moving, so new stream background will be coming soon. Maybe by next week. I don't know. I was supposed to already be moved in, but I just have had no time. So hopefully maybe like Sunday I can get some stuff moved in and we'll have new stream background on Monday maybe. So that's another announcement that I have. But I want to talk about the contest because I kind of don't know what to do here. So how the contest works is you start out, everyone that was in it, I think there's like 100 people in the contest. You can go through the leaderboard if you download the app or whatever. But or I think there's there's a web version too if you're not on your phone. But anyways, there's like 100 people. Everybody gets 200 units to start out, and you have to put in like, I think there's a minimum of 20 bets a week. It runs from March 1st till April 1st, basically. So it's a 1 month long contest, and you get 200 units to start out. At the end of the month, whoever has increased their units the most wins. There's a maximum of a 10 unit win on one bet so that someone can't just put in some crazy lottery and hit it and then, they win the contest. So you can only win a max of 10 units on one single bet. You have to bet a certain amount of units at least every week. You get 7, like for the week, you can basically do like 1 3-unit bet a day, and then you can do 1 5-unit bet for the entire week. So you got to kind of pick and choose that wisely. Given that I've been gone, I never used my 5-unit bet for the week, and tonight's the last night I can use it. So I'm kind of in a weird spot. I'm pretty sure, to my knowledge, it's like use it or lose it. So if I don't use it, I just don't have it anymore because you can only do 1 a week. So I can't do, 2 5-unit plays tomorrow, even though I didn't do one for last week. I'm pretty sure I have to use it if I'm going to today. And I don't like really any college basketball spots to where I would feel confident enough putting a 5-unit play on that. So my dilemma is, do we send a 5-unit do we send a 5-unit on Colin Morikawa over Keegan Bradley today in the golf, like just for this round? Because I do like Colin Morikawa, and he's minus 150 over. Let me find him. He's minus 150 on DraftKings over Keegan Bradley for round 2. That is the only play that I would feel, or another golf play. I would feel better about doing a 5-unit on a golf play today than I would college basketball, because I just don't love anything. So we can use it on a golf play today. I could put it in on Pereira tomorrow, like money line, I guess. I don't think Mitchell's in here. I haven't seen him. Mitchell, if you're in here, what if you're in here, what would be your thoughts? Or if you watch MMA in the chat, what would be your thoughts on that? Let me pull up golf here. So I don't know. I kind of like don't know. I don't know what to do. I mean, I think Colin's going to play pretty well today. But you guys, if you guys watch the streams, Keegan is kind of my boy. I love Keegan Bradley, so I kind of like hate going against him, but I do like Colin today. So I kind of don't know what to do. Can't believe the end of that Michigan State game going for. Oh my God, Ryan, thank you for bringing that up. I was losing my mind, Ryan, because I saw a lot of people on Iowa yesterday. Nobody that I think is like very good at betting, but I mean, I saw a lot of, Iowa love yesterday, which is to be expected, because I feel like in college basketball, a lot of times people that aren't, and I'm not saying people that aren't good bettors, they do this too. So I'm not saying it's like that bad of a thing, but I'm saying a lot of times newer college basketball bettors kind of just default to like these home teams. I feel like Iowa has kind of been struggling. It was like a quote unquote must win game for them. Like they were on a losing streak, and they're at home. So I saw a lot of people on Iowa today. I didn't think it was really like that close. Like Michigan State has been playing exceptional. We talked about it on stream yesterday. With Jace playing the way he has, the team is completely different than they were even earlier this season. So I thought it was a no-brainer Michigan State spot. They come out, they start slow, which that can happen on the road sometimes. And Michigan State honestly has started slow a lot of times just this season in general. Like even at home, they've started slow. Because I remember 3-4 weeks ago, a couple times we took them first half and they would like lose and then come back and win. So I don't know. They've kind of been a slow starting team in general. But yeah, Iowa came out on fire, and then Michigan State did what they did, went on a huge run. It was like a 31-8 run to end the game. But yeah, they were up by whatever they were up by, and then that he goes and tries to do that dunk, 16 seconds left, and then they like turn the ball over, and Izzo was just ripping them. I was losing my mind. So stupid. I don't know why he did that. If you're gonna do that, you have to you better know you're gonna make that dunk. But there was just no reason to do it anyways. Like the game was over. Anyways, overall, we won the bet, so it worked out. But I don't know. What's your guys' thoughts? Should I just be conservative here? I don't need to push my luck, and I just won't use the 5-unit play. I should have used it yesterday, to be honest, because I liked so many spots. Like Bucknell lost, but I loved them. I loved Merrimack. I loved Omaha. I loved Liberty. I liked all those spots a lot. So I probably should have used this 5-unit play yesterday. And now I'm kind of stuck. Oh, man. I don't know. We send it on golf, or we send it on Pereira, I guess, tomorrow. He's only minus 115. Or I guess we could send it before midnight on a college play tomorrow. I guess we could do that. I'll look through like some of the games today, but there's just nothing I love. I don't know. It's so weird. Like Drake is minus 10.5. I like them. Don't really want to lay 10.5 there. I don't have any value showing on that. I do like Belmont, so I'm gonna bet Belmont, I think, today over Illinois State, but it's just gonna be a straight, like a 1 unit play. What's the benefit of 5U? If you lose 5 unit, how much do you fall in the placing? I don't know. I guess it would like work out to my other bets and stuff I put in. But Mitchell, we got screwed because I was on this cruise over the weekend. The contest started on Saturday. Obviously, I'm on the cruise. I'm really out of the loop. I can barely get the Wi-Fi to work. And I didn't realize that my app to put the bets in was not updated. So I got on the app and like labored through the Wi-Fi. It took me like 45 minutes to get this all to load. And I put my bets in for Saturday. And like I said, my app wasn't updated and I was not checking kind of their updates because I couldn't get my Wi-Fi to work. Didn't realize my app wasn't updated. So even though I put my picks in for Saturday, they didn't get submitted into the contest because there's another button you have to press to put after you post them to the contest. So I got totally screwed. I won all my picks on Saturday and none of them counted. I should be in like 6th or 7th place right now because I had 4 winning picks from Saturday that did not count because I didn't know. I mean, it was my fault because I couldn't, I was out of the loop and stuff. But I mean, I should be in like 5th or 6th place, I think, because it was all like 2 unit plays and I won every single play and they just didn't count. It was super unfortunate. I would not be in first. If I put 5 units on Pereira and he won, Mitchell, I would not be in first, but I mean, I would definitely move up some. It's a month-long contest, so it's all gonna accumulate. Like some of these guys that are in first, they've started out really hot. I don't think they can really keep up this pace unless they're just the best bettors in the world. I don't see how it's possible to keep this pace up. So, I think we can make some moves. And I don't know if you were in here when I was talking earlier, but basically it's use it or lose it, I think. So if I don't use the 5 unit play, then there's no penalty. It's just I have a 5 unit play I can use. And I don't like any college basketball today enough to use it. So it would either be a golf pick, Pereira, or I could put it in early for a college basketball play tomorrow. I'd have to wait to tonight though, because a lot of the lines for tomorrow are not posted. Like I only see Auburn, Alabama posted for tomorrow right now on FanDuel. So I would have to wait until some lines get posted. But I want to look at tomorrow. So for today, I do like Belmont. It's gonna probably be just a 1 unit for me. I don't love them, but I do have a little bit of value showing on Belmont against Illinois State. That game's at 3:30. I like Bradley over Murray State, but not enough to lay. I think it was like 5.5. 4.5. It's kind of on the cusp for me. I had it at Bradley minus like almost a little over 4. So there's really just no value there. Although I do like them to win that game. Illinois Purdue, it's like I don't know. You guys know I've kind of been I've kind of been the Illinois whisperer. I've hit 3 bets in a row on Illinois over the last 2 weeks, but I don't have a strong feeling about this one. Home minus 4.5 against Purdue. I just don't have a strong feeling. Maybe the over could be a look. 158.5. Oh, also, can we talk about that total we hit yesterday? Why did that keep moving down? I should have just kept betting it when it moved down. That soared over. I don't understand why that was. There must have been some people we're really hitting that down for it to move down like that. Because it moved down like 4 or 5 points and it easily went over. Memphis at home against South Florida, I love, but Memphis is like notorious for not covering big spreads. So I'm not going to lay 12.5 with them. Boise State at home against Colorado State, don't want to lay 6.5. I had that closer to 5. I don't want to really lay that 6.5. There's just nothing on the board today. This board sucks. For it being like a Friday conference tournament, this board sucks. A lot of big spreads, high point, 14.5. It's too high for me. And I don't want to bet on Gardner Webb. It's just I don't want to lay a 14.5. So I don't know. I'm definitely not using the 5 unit on college. I kind of like I've seen a lot of people on Dayton today. I kind of like VCU at home. I kind of like them at 9.5, and it's down to 8.5. So, and I think Dayton will probably be pretty popular today. I'm seeing they look like the public side right now on FanDuel. I think Dayton will be popular, but I kind of like VCU. But that's really it. Nothing really sticks out today. So I don't know. Let's look at tomorrow. Let's look at tomorrow's games. Kentucky, Missouri is pretty big here. Kentucky at Missouri. Arizona at Kansas. That's a big game. Interesting. St. John's at Marquette. Pitino versus Shaka. That's fun. Houston at Baylor. Oh, yeah. And we might be – I'll go out on a limb. I don't know what the spread's going to be. If we can get that – man, if we can get Houston at Baylor, if we can get that 5 or 6 points, we might be hitting Houston pretty heavy. Dude, Baylor right now, if you guys haven't been following, Baylor is like they're playing such a small lineup. They only have Omeir basically. Like they're so tiny. Houston is going to dominate them on the glass. Just completely dominate. Houston beat Baylor on February 10th, 76-65. I don't know if their big man played in that game though. Let me see. Mitchell, repost the pics you put yesterday. I don't remember. If you have time. Houston, Baylor. Trying to find the box score here. Here we go. He did not play. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they won by 11. I don't really care about like the road aspect of this. I don't know. I definitely like Houston over Baylor. And you guys know I've been rocking. We've bet Houston a lot recently. Right now, that's my national title pick. I don't know. I put a future in on Houston already. I don't know if you guys saw me post that. 5 units on the Blazers tonight. There is a 0% chance I could ever lay 5 units on an NBA team to win a game. I just can't do it. It's just, I can't. Can't do it. I just can't do it. Oh, I did take, you can get a better number. Bet365 if you have that in your state. Had the Lakers at plus 650 to win the West. They were plus, I think they were plus 600 on FanDuel yesterday. But Bet365 had them at 650, so I did take that yesterday. Outstanding futures. A couple people had asked on college basketball. I have multiple bets on St. John's to make the Final Four. One from earlier in the season, one from like 2 weeks ago when we talked about it on stream. I have one bet from earlier this season, smaller bet, like a quarter unit on Michigan State to make the Final Four. That was from like November, I think. And then I put smaller plays on, this was like last weekend or like right before I left for my trip, Maryland and Texas Tech, I think, to make the Final Four I put in. Maryland was one of them. I cannot remember who the other one is. I want to say Texas Tech. And then for national title futures, bigger play on Houston, like a 3-unit on Houston, and then like a half to 3/4 unit on Texas Tech. Those are my only national title futures right now, Houston and Texas Tech. I feel very, very convicted about Houston, guys. I don't know. Like, we talked about this on stream a couple weeks ago, how the year that Virginia won, I just knew. Like, I just knew they were going to win. And what's so crazy to me is the year that Virginia won, there's so many similarities between, I think that was 2018 and this year. There's so many similarities between these 2 years. Listen to this. 2018, that was Zion, Cam Reddish, RJ Barrett, Duke, right? I would say that Duke team obviously is worse than the current Duke team, but regardless, there was a very, very good Duke team in 2018 that everyone was going to be picking to win their brackets. Duke is going to be massively picked to win in bracket pools. They're going to have a crazy high championship pick rate. And if you know anything about me and how I do my brackets, we don't take the popular champion pick. So right there's a similarity. I had Virginia that year, the year that they won. Everyone was picking Duke. So this year, everyone's going to be picking Duke. If you know anything about Virginia back then, they were always very, very good on defense, similar to Houston. They always struggled on offense. Houston doesn't necessarily struggle on offense, but they've never been, I would say, like an elite offense over the last few years. So Virginia had almost a 6 or 7 point offensive increase in their rating that year that they won. And that was why I liked them coming into the tournament, because if they're that good on defense and they can finally score, I like that. Same thing for Houston. We talked about it last week. Houston is 10th overall in offensive rating on KenPom right now. Last year they were like 20th. The year before that, they were in the mid-teens, I think. But more importantly, the 3-point percentage, they've never been inside the top like 130 the last 3-4 years in 3-point percentage. And this year, they're third overall in the country in 3-point percentage. So I think that's a really, really big differential. That's the difference between losing a one-possession game in the Elite Eight or Final Four and winning it all. So I think there's a lot of similarities between 2018 Virginia and this year's Houston in terms of the improvements to what they do, what they're always good at: defense, offensive rebounding. Now they can shoot threes, which they've never been able to do before. And it's going to work out to where especially if you're playing in smaller office pools and with your family and stuff, there's going to be such a large percentage of people picking Duke and then Auburn. I think we're going to get a nice leverage play on Houston. But look, it's early to talk about this. We're still, a week and a half out from Selection Sunday. We got to make sure they're fully healthy and everything going into the tournament. But for right now, Houston is like my confident national title pick. And I hope they lose. I hope they don't win the Big 12 tournament. I hope they lose, which would just even further our case. I would prefer them to get upset in the Big 12 tournament as opposed to going and winning it. So I hope like Kansas makes like a miracle run through the Big 12 tournament or something so that everyone's picking them because they're terrible. That would be ideal. All right. Where was I at? Okay, looking at tomorrow's games. I don't know. I like VCU tonight. I think VCU is going to be a play. And I think Belmont is going to be a play. For tomorrow, I'm probably going to like Houston over Baylor. Ohio State, Indiana. That's a big game for both those teams are right on the bubble to get into the tournament. So that's a big game. At Assembly Hall. A lot of big SEC games tomorrow. Alabama, Auburn. Iowa State, Kansas State is a fun game. Obviously, Duke, North Carolina, but that should be a rout. I don't know. North Carolina sucks. I know it's at Chapel Hill, but I don't care. All right. I mean, I'll look more at those lines tonight and see. We just got to decide if are we going to send 5 units on Pereira, or are we going to send what number do you like VCU at? Yeah, I mean, Ryan, I liked him at 9.5. So 8.5 is fine with me. I might wait, to be honest, like, and see if it starts moving back towards 9, or if it moves down. We might be able to get it at 7.5. I don't know. Some of the line movement on some of these games has been so weird. Like the total yesterday that I loved the over on at 157.5, and it closed at 153.5, and then it went over with like 8 minutes left in the game. I don't know. I don't understand the movement on some of these games. So maybe we'll just wait and see. Maybe we can get a better number later. All right, Mitch, I'm catching up on what you said. Okay. Make it out of round 1. Opponent's about 5 minutes of cardio. Okay. I mean, I'm down to take some UFC bets tomorrow. But if I'm not laying 5 units on something that I don't know. I obviously know Pereira just because of who he is, and I would ride or die with him for 5 units, I think. I'm just going to decide if I want to do that or if I want to do the golf today. It's a tough decision. Or I might just not use it at all. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Overall, though, like I said, I'll stream the weekend and stuff. I'm going to have some content coming out today. I'm going to start writing up some MLB content, like futures and previews and stuff. So that's going to be coming out today and through the weekend as I work to get caught back up on stuff. And then Sunday, I'm going to stream Saturday and Sunday. So, we'll just have streams for the foreseeable future. Hopefully Sunday I can get some stuff moved and we can have a new stream background on Monday. But overall, thank you guys for tuning in. Good luck today if you're playing DFS, if you're putting bets in, drafting fantasy baseball teams. I have a fantasy baseball article that I'm almost done with that's going to be coming out as well if you guys play that. So be sure to check that out. Good luck, and I'll see everybody tomorrow at 11.